Welcome to Boss Up Goddess. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I usually interview trailblazing women who share their wisdom with all of us to live bigger, better, and bolder. Well, today is Valentine's Day, and we're doing something very special here at the show. I am interviewing a couple that travels around the world and helps people have phenomenal trips, and they have a wine business. So they help people enjoy the delicious romantic experience of drinking wine. And what could possibly be more romantic than being a married couple in business together? And the business is wine and travel. Welcome, Gloria Whitt and Alan Whitt.
Hi,
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here with you because I just want to tell the audience what you're all about. Because Gloria is a graduate of Fisk University and she has an MBA in global business management, which is very appropriate for what they do. And I've known Alan since I was a reporter at the Detroit News a long time ago. And he went on to become an Emmy Award winning sports journalist. And he's worked for Sports Center, which is the ESPN signature show. And he was also he also worked as a news editor at CBS News, CBS Sports for the NFL. So he's done lots of illustrious things in his sports journalism career. And then the two of you met in 2013, you married in 2013. Can you talk about your marriage and how you met so we can dive into all these wonderful things you do together?
Okay, I'll start things off. Gloria and I met at church. We're members of Cathedral of Praise here in Nashville, Tennessee. Met her. We got into another little business arrangements before we started this and before we became romantically involved. You know how it goes. You're in business. You're seeing each other every day, and the next thing you know, you have an attraction to each other. You have things in common, and things just worked out for us.
Wow. So you were working together first. So you got to see each other as professionals.
Absolutely, we did.
Oh.
First as church members,
Mhm.
and then as professionals, and then as time went on, we decided to go out, and we enjoyed each other's company, and one thing led to another, and then we ended up getting married. We got married in 2013 on our church cruise, believe it or not.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It was kind of compact because it being a church cruise, our pastor was on the cruise,
Mhm.
and it was an Alaskan cruise. So since we were in the USA, he could marry us. You know, had we been in the Caribbean or someplace else, he couldn't have married us. Yeah,
Wow.
we had our church members there with us, and we didn't
Oh.
do anything about it until a few days before the wedding. We mapped everything out, and a couple of days before, I put the invitation on everyone's room. Since we had booked the cruise, obviously we knew what room people were in. So we left the invitation on their door. Told them they didn't have to come if they didn't want to, but we were going to get married in Juneau on that Monday.
Uh-huh.
And everyone showed.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And I read that the name of the ship is the Celebrity Solstice.
Yep, Celebrity Solstice, beautiful ship. I love that ship, and obviously I love it more now. Great on it. And once we were done that year, we sent people on that ship. I think it was the next 4 years we had people on that ship to Alaska, because it is a gorgeous ship, tailor made for Alaska, and we really had a good time.
Oh, beautiful. So, Gloria, can you please tell me what it was about Alan that sparked romance? Because it is Valentine's Day today.
Well, he worked at the church as an usher,
Hmm.
and I would see him come down and give envelopes to the members. And I thought, he looked good in that black suit. I was worshiping, but I'm sitting there, okay. So I'm like, oh, okay. So um, I think when he did reach out to me, at that time I was seeing someone else, and plus I was in school, in grad school.
Hmm.
So he asked me if I would help him other things, such as like starting his own business. And I said, had you ever started that before? And he's like, no. I said, well, I'll be willing to help you. I said, as long as I'm a part of it. But at that
Mm-hmm.
time, I didn't, you know, it wasn't that attraction. That so
Mm-hmm.
I was in work mode. I was in helping.
Right.
And
Yes.
so he said, sure. And I told him, I said, well, you know, as time went on, I said, well, you know, I'm getting ready to probably move my membership to another ministry, and because I'm getting ready to get married. And he said, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Going like this. I'm going like this. I'm like, what you blowing about? And that's when I found out that Alan liked me. So he asked me
Oh.
everything. And I was like, okay. And I was headed really to visit a friend of mine because I used to live in Richmond, Virginia. And I was headed to see them, my old employer. And he said, how about going to Palm Springs with me? And I said, well, how am I going to do that? I've already told everybody was coming. He's like, just switch it. Let's just go. And so we went. And so that's our signature place when we want to get away. We don't take no family. We don't take no friends.
Ooh.
Palm Desert, Palm Springs.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful that the church formed the foundation for your connection so that your marriage is rooted in your spirituality and your religious values. That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay. Pardon?
I said, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's everybody says, oh, you should go to church and you'll meet somebody, but it's not that easy. So you were very blessed in connecting. And then, Alan, since it's Valentine's Day, what was it about Gloria that you objected to her marrying someone else?
Well, obviously, first of all, she's a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I had gotten to know her as a person. You can look at somebody and say they're absolutely gorgeous, but if you don't have things in common, and if you can't see the inner beauty, I don't think that relationship's going to last for very long.
Mm-hmm.
With her, it was different. She's not like anyone I had ever dated before. She was just someone who was special. And plus, she's smart. So when you add beauty and brains together, it was quite a potent conversation, combination, kind of like a potent glass of wine,
Yes, yes.
woman, inside and out. So, we just got together and, we kept things under wraps. You know how things are at church sometimes.
Yes.
Most people did not know we were even seeing each other. And a lot of the people, we were
5 years.
We see each other all that time. We had places that we would go to. When we go to the movie theater, we go up to Mount Juliet, which is east of Nashville. We go there. We go to different places. We had places that were ours. She didn't want to be in places that I had been to. I didn't want to be in places she had been to. So we created our own places.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Special for us.
And I'm extremely private. I was married to a pastor in the beginning, so I knew how to keep a secret. So
Okay.
and he'll tell you even now, I'm very private.
Keep things to yourself.
I do,
which is fine. I've learned over time.
Very smart. Yes.
Over time you learn someone, and I've learned that Gloria is an extremely wise person. So whereas in the past, I was the one who was making those types of decisions, I've learned to listen to Gloria and to, read into what she's saying and to understand, and to the point where, now if Gloria says something, I can trust it. It's kind of like my father. If my father told me something, I can take it to the bank.
Yes.
Gloria tells me something, I can take it to the bank.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So now you have faith, wisdom, intellect, and travel was part of your courtship. And was wine one?
Thing. She's sexy too.
Well, of course.
One thing that I always, I tell when I post things, I call her my chocolatey, delicious Gloria. So people have hung on that because that's the way I feel about her.
You used to put that up all the time on social media, and I was like, why do you do that?
Because it's true. She is chocolatey delicious.
It's beautiful. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. It's wonderful. Wow, that's so beautiful. So inspiring for those of us who are unattached and hoping to find something sacred as you both are sharing together. So, was wine part of your courtship as well?
No, that's a business that Gloria found.
Hmm.
And, I went on with it because I mean, think about it. It's fun.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Very fun.
I've
Yes.
always looked at wine. I'm not a person, I don't drink hard alcohol.
Hmm.
I used to drink, beer every now and then, but I stopped that years ago. But wine is a sophisticated beverage.
Hmm.
And, once I really got into it and understood, wine isn't necessarily to get you high as whiskey and rum and all those other things are. It's to enhance your food. And wine's flavors change based on what else you put in your mouth.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
once I learned that and got a feel for it, I really enjoyed it. We
Mm.
started doing wine tastings because part of our business is wine tastings, which obviously is the dynamic has changed now with COVID, but we do
Hmm.
virtual wine tastings now.
Hmm.
But that was fun going to people's homes and actually giving a wine tasting. It was,
Wow.
it was thrilling and we really loved it. We've got a wine club. We sell personalized wines. I mean, you can even get your own personalized wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
I love that. I love that.
and,
Gloria, were you about to share something about it? About how
Well,
you all?
how we came about was
Yes.
the same year my mother passed, and
Oh,
so
I'm sorry.
it was very emotional for me. So I said, well, let me just get on here and see what I can find that we can do together to try and get my mind off my mom's passing. And when I did, that's when I stumbled on the wine,
Hmm. So
and
it's called Wine Shop at Home.
mhm,
yes,
And are you like a franchise of it?
we're wine consultants.
Okay.
Everything that they have, we sell.
yes,
Hmm.
And we also bring people into the business as well, if they want to. Just in the last week, two people have asked us and decided to join and start their own wine business because it
Hmm.
is a fun business.
Hmm.
And people
Hmm.
join for different reasons. If you join as a consultant, some people want to do the wine tastings. Some people want to build a team. Some people just want to sell wine. It's just
Hmm.
whatever you want, but it's fun. It's something to do in this day and age. Keep in mind with COVID going on, a lot of people are drinking a lot more wine. So this is one of those
Yes.
businesses that kind of exploded.
Hmm.
We were down for a couple of years without doing this because I had some health issues,
Hmm.
and it started off. I was working another job that was taking a lot of my time, and then I got sick. And now that all that's past us, we figured, well, let's just go back and do it again.
Oh,
So here we are.
beautiful.
We're doing it, and we're having fun once
Hmm.
again with it, and we're building our team. We're selling wine. The wine club is very good, and these wines are not your everyday wines. You can't go down to your corner wine store or liquor store and buy these wines. You cannot
Hmm.
buy them at all. You can't get them in restaurants. These are wines that are made in Napa Valley. The grapes come from all over the world.
Hmm.
And they produce the wine in Napa Valley, and they don't make like most wineries are going to make these several or maybe like 1 million bottles. No, no. Once these bottles are gone, they're gone.
yeah.
So
Mm.
these are
Oh.
these are wines that you can get that no one else is going to have.
Hmm.
If you find one that you love, our suggestion is always order some more because
It will
once
sell
it's
out.
gone, it's not coming back.
Oh, wow. So, can you explain how the wine club concept works? Do you get a certain delivery per month, or what do
Yeah,
you do?
yes, you do. You want to explain that, or you want me?
No, no, go ahead. You're doing well.
Okay. Um, the wine club, you can buy it, you can get it either as 2 bottles or 4 bottles. You
Hmm.
can get all red or white, you can mix it up. And they
Hmm.
just started just this month where you can get all sweets, you can get all dry, however
Ooh.
you want to do it. You can
Mhm.
cancel it anytime you want to. There's no contract. You can put it on hold whenever you want. Say you're going out of the country. Say we're booking a trip for you to Europe. You're going to be
Mhm.
gone for a month. You don't want your wine just hanging around.
Right.
So you can postpone it for a month.
Right.
You're
Mhm.
not paying for it. You can give them a date you want to start back up, or you can call them when you get back if you want to.
Oh, I love it.
And just let me say too, this isn't, and just in case if anyone is asking, oh, that's a multi-level marketing. No, it's not a multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Oh, what type of marketing?
Multi-level marketing.
Like Amway.
Oh,
Like that.
right. Yes, yes.
It's not
Okay.
marketing.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
anything like that.
How does it differ if I didn't make the connection, but how would you explain that it differs?
Because anyone who's in the wine club or a part of the business, they can order the same amount of wines as anyone else. You get the same
Okay.
coverage.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's not, you got to do so much and I got to get money off of you. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, okay.
It's like we would.
Mhm.
Introducing them to the business and they decide to come on and build the business as well.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it would be considered like a little franchise.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Now,
S-
go ahead.
Well, I wanted to understand how you said you were having wine tastings and such. So I'd love to hear how it was before COVID and how you've adjusted.
Okay, before COVID, we'd actually go to people's homes.
Mm-hmm.
We had this one place that we would go to. It was a restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant will allow us to have wine tastings there. We prefer wine tastings no more than between 10 and 12 is the maximum. Okay.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because you want it intimate. You don't want it because you can start losing control when you've got 16, 17, 18 people. Keep in mind, people are drinking. Even though it's not a lot of alcohol, with a wine tasting, you get 5 wines for the tasting, and then the host gets a bottle that he or she can
They
keep
set up the wine tasting.
for whoever set it up.
Okay.
They get a bottle of
Uh-huh.
wine for themselves, and you can get that for
Mm-hmm.
like the wine normally is $150 if you buy them separately. Before a wine tasting is $39.95, not including tax, but that does include shipping as well. So we would have the wine shipped to the person's home. We would give them a list of the cheeses, the fruits, and chocolate that they would need, because you need those
Ooh.
to show people the difference in the wine with and without food.
Ooh. Oh, I want some now. Oh my goodness. That sounds so good.
They actually start to understand, you know, what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So you could take a wine and have them sip it with nothing, and then you can have them eat a piece of cheese, and then they can take a sip of that wine again, and then they can see the difference in the flavor.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
We've had so many people. Give you a good example. A lot of people always say, "I don't like red wines," but then they taste our red wines, and they taste it with the food. And what do you think they buy from the tasting? The red wine. And next thing you know, that's all they're buying is the red wine.
Uh-huh.
Getting an education as to what it's all about. Now, we're not experts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be an expert, and we don't want people to perceive us as experts.
Mm.
Be an expert.
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
that uses people. When you start, talking about the really minute, finer points, people kind of get turned off. It's kind of like a doctor talking to me about brain surgery. It's going to go in one ear right out the other.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
try to keep things on a basis where they can understand, but they can learn.
Okay.
Something else that comes with our wines. Every wine comes with a card like this. Now,
Uh-huh.
obviously you can't see everything, but on this card, this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. This sheet tells you everything about it.
About the wine.
The year was
Ooh.
released, how long it's been aged, where it is on the scale of dry to sweet. It tells you the alcohol content. It tells you what pairings will work with it. For instance, this one, lamb chops, grilled steak, cocktail meatballs, baked brie, and Gouda. Now here's a
Ooh.
bottle of wine for that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Is that a Valentine's Day edition or are they all?
No,
like
that's
pink.
for Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh. And that's a Cabernet Sauvignon?
Yes, it
Yes.
is. So
Oh,
we
that's my
decided,
favorite. I want to jump through the screen and drink it.
come on, come on. Now, on the back of that card, though, is a recipe.
Oh, what?
All the
Something
wine.
that will go well with that particular wine. For this one,
Oh,
it's a classic meatloaf.
oh,
Okay.
really?
But they have other different things. It's not just a main course meal. It can be
Uh-huh.
an appetizer. It can be like a dessert dish or something that
Hmm.
it will go well with. Okay.
Oh
So
my
every
goodness.
wine that you get comes with this card. And you can just collect these. If you join a wine club, you
Hmm.
collect these. And then
Oh,
you can use them. You can use the recipe for whenever you want.
that's
So,
beautiful.
we've got another one here. This is a sparkling wine, which, as you
Ooh.
know, is actually champagne.
Cadeau.
The only champagne that can be labeled champagne actually comes from Champagne. Okay,
Oh,
and I'm not talking about Illinois,
wow.
right? So sparkling wine is champagne.
Oh,
So
that's
that's the one that comes with it.
beautiful.
So for that one, the recipe is a fresh strawberries with brown sugar cinnamon dip. Okay,
Mm.
those are the different things that you can
Oh,
that you get
pretty.
with everything.
I love the name. Le cadeau means the gift in French.
Exactly.
So that's very romantic. So this is such a romantic topic because some of my happiest moments with different dating experiences I've had involved wine and an amazing meal and all the ambiance around it, like my happiest memories. So can you talk about the romance of what you do?
Well, as I said, wine is sophistication, but it is very romantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that, like I said, that's all we drink here. Every once in a while, you know, we have an 18-year-old, and
Uh-huh.
she's not here. We'll just maybe crack open a bottle of wine and sit back and enjoy each other's company. You know,
Mm.
uh, it is so relaxing. The wine, the flavors of the wine, and with us because we have we know what each wine is. We usually pick the right one for the occasion that we want, and
Mm.
you know, we just go from there. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as any couple goes, I mean, wine is always a good way to start something off.
Mm.
And how you finish
Yes.
that is up to you. Okay. But how you started off, wine will do that. It isn't heavy duty alcohol content.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
a smooth content. There's different wines for different people. And if you've got the right one and you understand who a person is and what that person loves about wine, you
Mm-hmm.
find a wine that will really work. I
Mm-hmm.
know some wines that Gloria loves, and I can, if I don't have it in our wine cellar, I can go down to the store and I can pick up a wine that I know is going to work for her.
Mm.
Because
Since we're in the wine club, we don't have to do that.
well, we don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Okay, but for that period of time where we weren't, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a store right down the street. I go there, but now I don't
Mm.
have to.
Right,
I
right.
can, I can get our full, list of wines and go through it. Of course, it has to be delivered, but
Mm-hmm.
it takes a little planning, but that's okay too.
So if I were to join the wine club and you were sort of my consultant, right? And I would go to you and say, listen, I'm having a dinner party and I'm serving salmon and broccoli and rice, and I'd like to know the perfect whatever wine to go with it. Would you tell me that?
Yes,
Or, and then,
we can go through it,
Yeah.
and then we can also, you know, while we're doing that, you know, we can email you. We can email these cards to you. So we can email
oh,
it to you so you can see
Which wine you're
exactly
getting.
what the wine is. Because maybe we've got two or three that will
mm-hmm,
work for what you're serving.
mm-hmm,
And then you can actually look at it and
mm-hmm,
then determine, well, I prefer this one.
mm.
And then we can order that particular one for you.
Oh, I love that. And then I give you my order and then it shows up at my door.
It shows up at your door.
Let us know too when it comes.
Yeah. You know,
Oh,
we
okay.
deliver to 41 of the 50 states.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Most of them are in the South, and plus Utah. And there's two, like Rhode Island and New England, that you can't
Hmm.
Kentucky.
right now where we can't. But that's going to change.
Hmm.
When we first started back in 2013, I mean, it was like half the states we could deliver to, and now we're up to
Oh,
So it'll happen. It's just, just take a little time.
And that's based on the laws within their state.
I see. Okay.
The wine shop.
So now during COVID, more and more people getting these home delivered wines so that they can enjoy them without having to go to the store or obviously not to restaurants yet.
Yes,
It's
they can
just
do that.
going out of the roof.
Yeah. Now,
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Can you talk about that?
It's increased by what percentage?
Oh,
At least about 60 something, 63% or something. I mean,
people are just ordering wine. I mean, what else was there to do? So,
Right. I mean,
and,
personally, I'm sorry.
and once you sample the wine and these are not, our wines run from $16 for a table wine all the way up to $73 for an artisan wine. Okay. Once you taste the wine, though, then you really get an understanding that these are not cheap wines; they're quality wines.
That's important.
They're made really well, and we keep customers because of that. Because, like I said, these are not wines you can get anyplace else. And if you go to a wine store and you compare the price to what ours are, it isn't bad. And the more you buy, the less it's going to cost.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, now keep in mind, the wine club is different than buying wine. Okay. The wine club, you automatically every month, unless you cancel or stop it, you automatically get the 2 or 4 bottles of wine.
Oh,
that happens every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And you don't say, give me a Pinot Grigio or give me this or that. You'll get what they have for that month. They introduce 4 new wines every month. And that's what, if you get to all 4, that's what you're going to get. Okay. So it is, to your advantage to join the wine club if you like to be surprised. And that's something we
right.
I'll tell you, with the wine club, I look forward every month to that box coming. So what I'm getting. Now,
that's fun.
I can go to our website and see, because at the beginning of the month, they announce to us what we're getting. But I want to, unless one of my customers asks me, I don't want to know. I want to be surprised when I open that box. It's like,
that's so fun.
This every month.
That's
beautiful.
If you do start out with 4 bottles, you can always dial it back to 2 bottles.
You're not locked in.
You're not locked in.
If you want to get 4 this month and 2 next month, you can do that. However you want to do it. It's a very flexible club with some very enjoyable, high quality artisan wines, handcrafted, beautiful wines.
You know what? It sounds like it would make a wonderful gift to the wine lover in your life.
Absolutely. And we also have wine boxes as well. You want to get 2 boxes. Now, you can give someone a wine club as a gift.
Yes, I'm thinking that. That's wonderful. I love that, because I have several friends who absolutely love wine. And interestingly, my wine consumption was typically at restaurants. And then when the pandemic hit, I haven't had wine in more than a year because I haven't been to any restaurants. So I crave it. I miss it. So this is a wonderful alternative. And so what's it like working together at home?
We spend the bulk of our time together, obviously business-wise and personal. And I never get tired of that. I'll let Gloria speak on that, but I never get tired of being with her.
Beautiful.
Absolutely amazing woman.
Oh.
Best woman that I've ever been involved with. I'm not just saying that, as that is that may the good Lord strike me down if that's not the truth.
It's beautiful.
Amazing. So any moment that I can spend with Gloria is a good moment.
That's so beautiful.
I guess you see, accolades. I'm just not used to accolades like that. I'm like, yeah.
That's beautiful.
When it comes to business, that's my niche. We can talk about business all night long. you know, how we're going to plan,
Mhm.
project for the future.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, we just had a business meeting, night before last. And it's
Mhm.
not that I don't see him as my husband then, but I'm seeing him as a partner, and
Mhm.
how we can, come up with ideas and how to get the new customers. Now that COVID has moved in, we've got to do things a little different. So
Mhm.
I come from approach with, I call it what the five W's and the cousin H, who, what, when,
Yes.
how.
Yes.
And I, those are my go-to. Okay,
Mhm.
how are we going to reach them? When are we going to plan to start? April's around the corner. Travel, now that the vaccine is out, a lot of people are going to be traveling more. So what's our next goal?
Mhm.
How do we
Mhm.
plan to approach?
I love that. I love that. And so, how will you do that? Because your other company is Allure Quest Travel Experience. So, are you anticipating a surge in business? And what's your sort of pivot to accommodate that?
Yeah, basically, travel. I've gotten families. I got one that's already booked for June, and I've got
Mhm.
a honeymoon that's coming around in October. So
Mm.
church today, and found out that one of the ladies is getting married in May.
Mhm.
I said, well, you know who to come to as far as with your honeymoon. Because I
Ooh.
told Alan, and he knows, I'll talk to a tree. I'm gonna go get the company. I'm gonna get it. So
Oh.
Travel is starting to come back.
Mhm.
Obvious, obviously 2020 was not a good year for travel.
Mhm.
Uh, we lost about 90% of our revenue. Fortunately, we had other ways, so it didn't kill us. We're not one of those businesses that went out of business. And the good thing about both of our businesses, we don't have any inventory.
we're over.
Mm.
There's no overhead at all.
Mhm.
So we can put things on hold. We can come back when we need to.
Or work anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I used to, a long time ago, back in 2013, I used to say that Panera was my office.
Yeah,
All the time they're working.
that's where we were.
It was
Mhm.
nice. We could have lunch together. We can talk. We had free Wi-Fi.
Oh, I
So,
love it.
so we just work there. Uh, you know, Now we work from home mostly, but the business is starting to come back. And
Mhm.
customers that we previously had, what I tried to do over the last year is just remind them that we're there. Not
Okay.
trying to sell them anything at that point, but let them know that when you're ready,
We're
we're
here.
ready as well.
Oh,
And
I
we
love
do our
it.
business, and we will continue to be here for you.
Mhm.
And our regular customers, and this is only for our regular customers, they can call us anytime and ask us questions
Oh, that's
about
wonderful.
travel. If they want to know, what's going on in a particular place, whenever we send people places, once you're our customer, we're going to give you, and this is where travel agents come in. People always ask, say, I thought travel agents were gone. No, we've never been gone. What it is about travel agents is we give you that personal attention. An online company wants to sell you one trip. We want to make you a customer. We want you to come back
Mm.
to us. And things we give
Mhm.
you, we're going to give you things like, if you go to a particular company, a country, whether it's Europe, Asia, someplace, we're going to give you some customs in that country. And we're going to tell you the laws that are different. We try and explain to people that
Wonderful.
Americans sometimes don't get it, that the laws are different elsewhere. And some things that
Mhm.
you can get away with here, you can't get away with elsewhere. So we have
Right.
to explain that to our customers and educate
Mm.
them so that when they go, that they're real comfortable with what they're going to get. We let them
Mhm.
know about
Mhm.
scams that are going on, what to avoid, how to do
Ooh.
all
Weather.
that, so that you can be comfortable. And because the bottom line for us, whether we book the perfect vacation for you, if
Mhm.
something goes wrong while you're there, you're going to blame it on us.
Right.
Right.
So we have to minimize opportunities for that to happen.
Mhm.
And that's what we
So,
do. And that's what we
so if
say.
I called you, Gloria and Alan, and I said, I want to go to the overwater bungalows in Bali, and I looked at the Four Seasons, and that looks really wonderful. So you would plan the whole thing for me? Is that how
So,
that works?
Yes.
yeah,
And
we'll
we'll we'll
plan.
we'll be with you from the time you book. We give you the information. You take your trip,
Mhm.
come back, and then we ask you. We'll give you a couple of days to rest, Then we'll come back and say, okay, tell me what you like, what you didn't like.
Uh-huh.
Don't be, sugarcoating it, just tell us. And then we'll ask you to put a review up. And so we
Oh,
pay attention,
okay.
you know,
In other words,
Okay.
we're gonna
we
kind
won't
of
be right there
debrief
with
you,
you.
you know,
Oh.
because that way,
We'll
two
know.
things. Number one, we want our future customers, they may want to stay there. So
Right.
we need to figure out what's good and what's not. And
Mm-hmm.
secondly, the resort wants to know as well.
Right.
If there's something
Mm.
happened you didn't enjoy, we can call the resort and tell them that because they want to fix whatever problems have occurred there as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we will, get that information and we will share it. So we're building, we build trust with our customers. We build trust with the vendors that we use.
Mm-hmm.
And it's paid off for us. We've been doing this since 2008. Okay, so we've been around for a while as far as travel goes. We got a strong
Okay.
reputation. We'll keep
So
it.
I love the idea. I love the idea that you build a relationship with your clients because then you know what each person's preferences are. If they're non-smokers, if they're vegetarians, if they don't want to go to a country with certain restrictions. That's wonderful that you can sort of tailor the trips to their preferences. And then when new things come up, right? Like maybe a new cruise ship that's coming up, when that industry opens back up, um, you can share with your clients, hey, look, one of your favorite things is on this ship, right?
Yeah,
Did I get it right?
yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Okay, okay,
I've been on
okay.
42 cruises. That's why I got into the travel business because of cruising. And it hurts my heart that it isn't running right now, but it
Yeah.
will be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cruise again when the time is right. And I've got customers. I've got one family that's booked for 2022 already, and we're trying to encourage people to
Oh,
book.
wow.
And there are cruises available for 2023.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you gotta
wow.
believe that things are going to be fixed by then. And even if they're not, the cruise lines are smart enough to know that that if something happens and you need to cancel, you can cancel. You're not going to lose anything. MSC Cruises, which I don't know if you've ever heard of, but they're
Mm-hmm.
they're one of the biggest cruise lines in Europe. Well, they're making headway here. They have a policy here. There is over in Europe as well. You can cancel up to 48 hours before your cruise if you're not comfortable,
Oh, wow.
and you'll get your
Wow.
money back. And so
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's a no lose situation.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna book your vacation, but you don't want to lose your money if something goes wrong.
Right.
And we try and stick with vendors that have that policy.
Mm-hmm.
Right along with that too, we do encourage travel insurance, not just for cancellation, but medical and a lot of other different things
Mm-hmm.
that come
Mm-hmm.
along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try and have our customers' best interests at heart.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Gloria?
I was going to say, I stress that up front is to make sure that you, as my client, I really stress the insurance because
Mm-hmm.
anything can happen. And I've had several things to happen to a couple of my clients. Case in point, this past October, it was a honeymoon couple
Mm-hmm.
went to out of the country, I won't name where, um, and the hurricane happened,
Oh.
and they had just gotten there, so they had to turn around and come right back to the States.
Oh,
And
no.
if they had not have had their insurance, they wouldn't have gotten their reimbursement.
Oh, wow.
So and
Ooh,
they
that's
got just a
powerful.
voucher to come back to that resort.
Mm-hmm.
They had the insurance. And I always tell my clients, always don't anticipate or expect the worst, but be
Mm-hmm.
prepared before
Yes.
the worst.
Yes. That's
I don't have a problem selling the insurance to them.
mm-hmm.
We could do a whole show
That's on
on horror
insurance.
stories of the people who decided not to get insurance, even when we
You
highly
told them.
recommended it to them.
You told
Wow.
I've had several.
no, he had one with the lady who had the heart attack
Yes. Well, she had insurance. No, you're not. You're talking about.
when they went to Seattle. And
Oh
they
yes.
did, yeah.
No, but
It
she
was
had insurance. Miss Milcher had insurance.
it was one of the clients that did not have insurance that their family member got sick and they had one.
Yeah. Well, I've had a lot of those.
Yes.
But I've had those that did have insurance. I had a lady out in Arizona. She booked a family cruise. She's got it like that. She paid for her whole family of 16
Wow.
people. Paid,
What?
paid the money up front. It was like $30,000. She
Oh
paid it.
my
But
goodness.
she also got the insurance.
Okay.
One of her sons had sickle cell, and he wasn't doing the things he was supposed to do, and he got gravely ill on that cruise. So the mother left, and her son, they got off, I forget which country, which island they got off on, and went to the hospital. But Royal Caribbean took care of everything.
Oh,
They had insurance. They left
wow.
someone there with them. Their hospital bills were paid for. When they had to airlift them back to the USA, that was paid for. Everything was paid for until they got back to the USA when his insurance kicked in.
Wow.
But had they not had that insurance, I mean, they would have been out of luck, because I know the airlift by itself is going to be a lot of money.
Oh
You know,
my goodness.
so they did the right thing and got the insurance, but we've had other folks who didn't get a dime back. Even people, 2 years ago when the Dominican Republic had their issues there and people were canceling, they didn't have insurance, they just lost their money. It was gone.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And we usually tell people that your insurance within the US does not work overseas.
Oh.
The US.
On US soil.
That's it.
Any place else, you can forget it.
Well,
Mexico, the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, any of those places, your insurance is no good.
Exactly.
Wow. That is such powerful advice. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So this is so exciting. It's Valentine's Day. We heard about your beautiful marriage, your wine business, your travel business. What advice would you give to other couples? Because entrepreneurship is spiking during the pandemic. What advice would you give to other couples who are considering going into business together?
Well, first of all, you have someone with MBA.
Enough said.
No, you don't.
No, I'm just playing.
That was good.
But I think the key, just like a business, is just like a marriage arrangement as well. You've got to listen to each other. One person isn't always right. I'm right sometimes, she's right sometimes. But you don't know until you actually listen. And I'm not talking about just sitting there and let the person talk. You have to hear what they're saying. And I think if you do that, most businesses, can make it, because her input and my input, we bring different things to the table. You combine all that together. And for me, it works. And as I said, you gotta want to be around each other.
Oh.
And I don't mind being around Gloria all the time.
Oh,
That's true.
Beautiful.
You're looking like that, Well, the only time I don't want to, if I'm watching my Ohio State Buckeyes play, if I'm watching that, she knows to leave me alone.
I go shopping.
There we go. Okay. Beautiful.
So I was like, can I do something? Sure, go ahead. I just go because I already know.
All right, give me your advice.
So my advice is I came from a family of all entrepreneurs, just about, on both sides, my father and my mother's side. Communication is very, indeed, necessary. Listening, writing down your ideas, not just being, selfish just because you thought of that idea, but putting it together, and everybody can use a little bit of this and use a little bit of that, and then you can put it together to see how it works. So that's my intake on it.
Powerful, very powerful.
No, and it won't be easy, because you will, either bump heads. I mean, that's just the facts. You're going to, that's just business. But you have to take your emotions out of it and say, you know what? Okay, maybe you're right. I'll try it your way this time. You have to be able to give and take. That's just part of it. So.
That's very inspiring. You two are just amazing and wonderful, and a brilliant example of what can be, that we can all aspire to. Mm-hmm. So, Gloria and Alan Whitt, I appreciate you immensely. I'm so grateful that you joined me on Boss Up Goddess because, Gloria, you truly are a goddess, and Alan truly obviously recognizes that and celebrates and respects you as such. So, thank you for joining me and sharing your wonderful entrepreneurial endeavors, your beautiful example of a loving marriage rooted in faith, trust, intellect, wisdom, communication. Such a powerful example to us all. So thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add one thing we forget?
Sure.
We talked about the wine tasting and we mentioned the in-home wine tastings, but we did not talk about the virtual. And that's very important
Ooh.
because we're here in Nashville, you're elsewhere. So we could do wine tastings for you and anyone else, no matter where they're at, as long as they're not in those 9 states that we talked about. So I don't want people to think that we only do this for people in Nashville. The virtual wine tastings are good everywhere. If you have a group, if you have a family that you want to do it for, we can do that. The wine will be shipped to you. We'll give you a list of things you need. We'll be on Zoom just like we are right now.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else there is in a room. They can hook their computer into the television. Everyone can see it, and we will walk you through the entire wine tasting right there. It's
Wow.
the same thing, the same concept. And even
Mm.
if you want people, if people don't want to be together, if you want to have them in different areas,
Wow.
we can manage that as well. So I don't
Mhm.
want people to think that this is only Nashville that we do
Okay.
this. We can do this all over the USA.
Virtually.
So
Virtually.
we could have a virtual wine tasting with multiple people in multiple states. And you said it was, did you say 10
Absolutely.
or 12 people?
Well, that may be a little bit more.
Yeah, well, that one's going to be that
That could
one
be more.
has a different format that we'll do, but
Mhm.
that is 100% doable.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That sounds so fun because a lot of people are doing virtual happy hours where they BYOB, bring your own booze. I guess that's what that
Bottle.
stands for. So they could, pardon?
Bring your own bottle.
Oh, bring your own bottle. See, I'm not very cool. Such a
It's
nerd.
your own booze. That's
Booze and bottle.
no,
Bottle sounds more elegant. Okay, beautiful. So I love that. And you could do it for special occasions, like on someone's birthday. I love this idea. Thank you. And we can all learn more at wineshopathome.com, correct?
Yeah, wineshopathome.com/sommelier wine cellar. That is our
Oh, okay.
okay. That is our website. If you want to go directly to our website, if you just put in wineshopathome.com, it'll pull up the website, but it won't have us up in the corner with beautiful
Oh,
red sweater and my black and
oh, yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put the direct link to you in the description box. So anyone who's interested in contacting Gloria and Alan for the wine club or a virtual tasting, or when things open up, I'll put that link as well as the Allure Quest travel experience. So if people want to plan a trip when they feel safe, or even now people are traveling. So I'll put that as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you can have a toast. I have my water cup, but we can have a toast to Valentine's Day and your wonderful business. I wish you the absolute best and greatest success in your marriage and your businesses. So,
Both are going to prosper.
cheers.
Cheers.
Beautiful.
Taste
Oh, I would love some Cabernet Sauvignon right now. Are you kidding me?
we just opened it today.
Oh, wow. I can almost taste it. Wow.
Part of it?
Yeah. I said people who want to do this.
No, the business, like personalized. Did you talk about the?
Yeah, I mentioned personalized.
Okay.
Personalized what?
Personalized wine. Like I said, you can get one just for you or any business.
Oh.
Realtors are very big on that. If they sell a house that's $500,000-$600,000, which is basically nothing these days. and they want to give them a bottle of wine, they can
Mhm.
give them a bottle of wine with their picture and
Of the
logo and
home.
everything on it.
What?
Well, not with the home, because you have to get the whole, you have to get the whole case. But yeah, you can do all that. So all that's on the website.
As
I
well.
think we'll
Okay.
do the personalized product.
Oh,
You can
so
see, we can
I
design
could
the
get,
labels for them and everything.
so you know what? It seems like couples would love to have the Gloria and Alan, you know, what Merlot or something. Do you do that?
Yeah, well, we are going to we're about to order for our travel agency. We,
Oh,
and that's for our premium customers.
uh-huh.
So we can give them a bottle of wine.
Oh, that's
We have some
wonderful.
people who spend a lot of money with us.
Yes.
Oh, that's
A lot.
beautiful.
So we want to reward them and thank them for.
Well, when I book my trip to Bali or Bora Bora, that's where I want to go. Bora Bora, the Four Seasons, okay?
We can
Right.
definitely do.
Overwater bungalow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm
So,
gonna warn you on that one. I know this is. Make sure you give yourself time because those sell out real quick. Okay. So,
oh, okay, because I want the premier villa, so that might be a little extra time.
so you give us a little time because those sell out quickly.
Okay. This is so fun. What a wonderful Valentine's. And Alan, you're the first man on Boss Up Goddess, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for this absolutely delightful experience of spending this Valentine's Day evening with the both of you, Alan and Gloria Whitt.
And it was indeed a pleasure to meet you and
Thank
to
you.
have this experience with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's definitely keep in touch because my mind is spinning with all kinds of ideas.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thank you so
have
much.
open ears.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, be well. We're going to make it through this. And remember, the Spanish flu pandemic did end. And what happened after that? The roaring 20s. People wanted to party, dance, have new dress styles, hairstyles. So we are going to have the roaring 2020s, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, let's hope
Yes.
so.
With lots of wine and travel.
Exactly.
All right, excellent. Well, I wish you the absolute best. I look forward to keeping in touch. Thank you for sharing your beautiful, robust story and businesses with all of us. And I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, all of you, for joining us tonight on Boss Up Goddess, where you got to meet Gloria and Alan Whitt, very accomplished individuals unto themselves who came together in a beautiful union rooted in faith, intellect, wisdom, respect, and a passion for being entrepreneurs. And now they are very successful with the wine shop at home and their own travel business, Allure Quest Travel Experience. So check out their links in the description box below. And I want you to remember, Boss Up Goddess, you have the power. I'll see you next time.